Hey guys, I want to share a quick devotional thought with you from John chapter 11. I'm not going to read the whole passage for the sake of time, so you're just going to get the Paula paraphrase. The story starts off where Lazarus is sick and his sisters send word to Jesus to come. Now Jesus knows full well what's about to happen to Lazarus, and he chooses to stay out of the picture for a few days. He does this not because he doesn't care what's going on in the lives of his friends, but he cares more about the bigger picture of what God the Father has in mind. Jesus knows that God is wanting to perform a resurrection, not just a healing. So in the time that Jesus stayed away, Lazarus died. Mary and Martha experienced the grief of losing their brother. Life was still going on around them, but yet they were having to plan a funeral, find a tomb, and purchase a burial shroud. Can you possibly identify with them? You guys had plans for the spring quarter. You had internships. You had budding romances that you were looking forward to. You had weddings you were planning and hoping to experience. I want to encourage you in this season that your feelings are real. Your emotions of sadness or anger or frustration are legitimate. They are a gift of God and not something to be ashamed of or frustrated with. Mary and Martha went through all the stages of grief when their brother died. Allow yourself time to grieve. Everyone goes through these at different speeds and different ways, but you must experience the process of grief in order to heal. When Jesus finally did arrive on the scene, the sisters had different responses to Jesus. One ran at the first word of his arrival, while the other one stayed behind. She kind of stayed home. How are you responding to Jesus in this time of grief? Both sisters had the same words for Jesus. If you had been here, my dreams, they wouldn't have died. It is okay to tell Jesus how you're feeling about what is going on. You might be surprised that he wants to weep with you in this time. But after Jesus wept with the sisters, he asked them where they buried Lazarus. His plan all along was to raise Lazarus. God may be wanting to raise some of your hopes and dreams that have died in this season. But when Lazarus came out of the tomb, he looked a little different and he definitely smelled a little different than when he went in. Don't be surprised if, when God raises your hopes and dreams, they look a little bit different than you thought they would be. Glenn and I are praying for you guys and believing that God has something in store for you. Grieve well, my friends.